Hi everyone, this is another video from World of Engineering, and this is Faros. In the previous video I talked about earth faults and RCD tripping in the house, and I said I'm going to go through the detail of fixing an issue with the RCD faults and earth fault and tripping your RCDs. And in my case it was the washing machine. So I'm going to go through this and open this up, see what's the okay, I got it out and opened the screws. You only had 2 screws on for the top. So this is the Bosch, or Bosch, some say Maxx 1200, the model. So Bosch Maxx 1200. So just slide it and take the lid out. Before you go ahead, if you think you have to have a basic knowledge of electronic before attempting to do this. So if you think you're not competent enough, don't even try to touch it, because it's not a good idea. So electricity in the you don't want to hurt yourself or others. So I have disconnected the cable. It's here. The power input isolated. Okay, what do we have here? This is the weight, balancing weight. This is pretty heavy. All the washing machine front loader has it to kind of keep the whole thing together and reduce the vibration and shake. And so this is the input, 240 or 230 inputs, and there's one filter there for EMI and this sort of filter. There's a few capacitors and inductance in it, and the wire goes in. The PLC is there, the control programmer logic controller is there to control the washing procedure or steps. And then there are 2 valves there, just there, which control the water inlet, and it is basically on and off. It's not, I don't think it goes to any 10 or 50 or 90%. It goes to 0 and 1 on and off. And luckily, I know last time I opened this, it had somebody left this here. I don't know, or if the manufacturer do that. That is this schematic diagram of the washing machine. It has all the relays and control and how they lay out. I can scan it and okay. So as I said, I did find the issue. The first one I found, many of these manufacturers, not just Bosch, and many models, when they put the cables together like that, they put a cable tie around it, and the cable tie they use to have cable tie has very sharp edges, and they make it very tight, and this will cause the wires or cables after a while, and because this is a washing machine, this thing vibrates like crazy and a lot of movement. So after a while, that will chew through the cable, and if the active cable might get in touch with the body, or even with even with the earth cable directly, so that would cause RCD tripping. In my case, while I was inspecting it, I found very small black powdery spots around there, and that was caused, I think, because of like very small short circuits would happen, because the cable was so close to the body here, and this has a sharp edge, and the cable tie was very tight, and it was pushing it towards the body as well. So that created a bit of cut through the cable. So what I did, I opened the cable tie. These are mine, the blue one cable tie. It's not the Bosch one. I open those, and well, you don't need to go through a lot of cable replacement, all these sort of things. What I simply did, open the cable tight and use the electric tape around each single wire. Let's say that's a single wire, and from there to there, and then I did it each of them and then all together, so it has a very good insulation. And then I put it back a bit loose and further away from the body. So I'm sure that was one of the issues, getting the RCD problem, the tripping, earth tripping. And other things that could cause the RCD to trip is if your outlet water, which is that, just zoom out a bit, which is this, if this pipe gets clogged or blocked, that probably puts some pressure or some sort of issues on the pump. So this thing has a pump. Each time when it's the machine wants to drain the whole thing, you use the pump, and if it gets clogged, probably, I haven't tested that, I will go through that, I will check the pipe. Other thing could cause that issue, it might be water. So I'll check for leaks inside, if anything leaked. And also I'll show you the main motor when I turn it over. That one, if I don't know if it has brushes. If the brushes are not long enough, you will get and if you get water on that, this sort of, it could cause these sort of issues. Here, that's where we have the incoming AC supply, 2 wires, live and neutral, and the earth. And this thing here, sort of filtering and the startup capacitor. And I tested that and measured the capacity. That's the capacitor, basically output, and that's it. That's for that. Tested, and that's good. Connect this back too. That's connected now, and the way I tested and measured it, I got a capacitor meter, or use the ECR and the capacitor meter as well to check the capacitance of that. Although there are a few capacitors inside, series in parallel, you can get the focus right. Yep. But you can get an idea of what value you should get. Okay, and on the top, this is the pressure sensor, which I just disconnected the tube from the bottom of it, and the tube basically gives the machine the pressure inside this tank. And the way it works, obviously, as you fill the machine with more water, the pressure increases, and this thing can detect how much water is inside. So I tested it, it works. It has a couple of contacts, and that's where you connect the tube. So if you blow into that, you hear a click sound, like, and that's working. And you tested these contacts, and it's good. Just say the pressure sensor, you check the continuity when the pressure changes. And here, that's the front plate. I opened these. I did open it. I didn't get any. I don't think I have any photos and videos. I got the PCB out, the board. I cleaned the contactors, and I checked some of the components of the capacitors stuff. There were no issues with them, but there were a lot of dust, like carbon dust, and also the belt dust, which could cause short circuit in the future. I cleaned that up. I need to tidy these cables, wires here. This lower plate, there's a screw here, which you just open, and the way you take it out, you just have to click it and push it to your right, and it comes out. It has these spikes inside, and this simply click into those and then pull or push to the right if you want to take it out. Or has these two screws. You take the screws, you just pull it up and it comes out. The way you can pull this one apart is, as you can see, it has these edges there, and those edges click in here. If it's hard to just pull it out underneath, use a screwdriver or something and play around with it. And so if I just push it in, it should click in. And it has another edge in the middle. So one in the middle, two on the right and left. I'll put this back. So to take these out, open this screw through, and then you need to take this out, and this is the spring that will hold the seal for the washing machine, and has a spring there, spring loaded, that sits in here. So what you do, first you make sure this goes underneath there, go all around it, and when you make sure this is all around it, you put this in this slot. To put the spring loaded ring around the seal, to put it back, what I did, put it on the top first, and this where this spring was hanging somewhere there top, so it's easier to just let it go and sit there. And then what I did, I used a screwdriver, and to avoid damaging the seal, I put a 3/4 layer of cloth around it like that, and this, and put it underneath the ring, and hold the other side there with my finger or with the hand, and start pulling the spring down and going around there. And with the other hand, when you hold the ring, when you hold it, it doesn't let it jump out, because if you don't do that while you pulling the spring and the ring from here, the ring jumps from the jumps out. It wasn't easy. So okay, I just turned over on washing machine, and last time when I inspected it and I was trying to narrow down the issues, I found some watermarks around here, and this is a control cable for the main motor that would rotate the whole thing. It goes up to 1200 RPM. It has some sort of VSD, variable speed control, to do that. Now, because this sits on the bottom of that, as you can see, the bottom of that, and if anything leaks, it leaks down there and comes here, and then to this cable ends there. So what I did the same thing. I separated each of these wires, and then insulated with the electrical tape, and then put them back together. Remove the old cable tie, and put my own cable tie a bit looser than what it was before. So what I'm going to check, this is the drain pump, and that's the outlet. I'll check if this is in good condition, is it clean, it's not clogged, and if that one wasn't clogged, the other possible thing could cause earth fault is the heater. And as you can see, that's the heater. These two are the elements, and that's the sensor. Sometimes the heater could cause that. So I'll do this, check that first. I opened incoming to the pump, That's the incoming from the inlets. It was almost clean, nothing blocked it. And also I took this out as well, and which goes there. And that was it's good condition as well, clean. So there were no problem with the drain pump and the piping. So, and because I fixed the issues with the wires, with these wires, I don't think anything else is wrong except the heater. So I put back these pipes because they were clean, both inlets and the outlets of the drain pump, and they were clean, they were good there. And then what I did, this is the element, and I pull the plugs out and measure the resistance across these two, across these two, and they were about 26 ohm, that's what you expect from a heating element, around 10 to 50 ohm, so that's good. And also I measured the resistance, or kind of measured it across the earth, which is the middle one, between the earth and these two active and the neutral one, if there is sort of leakage. So that was good as well. It was couldn't get any reading because I don't have a measure, but my multimeter showed kind of overload or infinity. So I just took the sensor out. That's the sensor. That's it is a sensor. It's the wire that goes to the thermostat or the temperature sensor, this bit. And this is the control wire. I took it out, and as you can see, bit of discoloring and bluish color. That means water was there, which is a good thing. It's clear. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use a bit of these contact cleaner and clean it up. Both in terminals and also there. That should take care of it. Yep. Those contacts as well. Okay. These motors have two carbon brushes. To replace them and take them out, you simply have to pull this out, and then push this in, and then pull it up, and it has and that's it. Okay, this is the brush, and this brush, it's no good, it's very small. It has to be 3 times the size of this, and it says 39824. So this is for Bosch WFL2400 model. Make sure you take the brushes out before opening up the motor.